Well, you're finding out that nutrition is extremely important to hit that target body weight that you've been planning for. So if you get pretty accurate with the nutrition, you're gonna progress week after week after week instead of spinning in circles. So let's get your nutrition under control and get you all set up on MyFitnessPal so you can start working towards that goal instead of spinning those circles, all right? After you've downloaded MyFitnessPal, you're gonna set up your profile with your current weight and your target body weight in mind. And MyFitnessPal is just gonna give you a basic calculation. It's usually pretty close with the calories, protein, carbs, and fat. Usually it's out to lunch. So I calculate that for my clients and we input that in there. I wanna show you how to start logging your food once you're all set up. So once you've calculated those calories, you're gonna go to diary. You'll see it at the bottom. You're gonna spend most of your time in this section. All the other sections, I wouldn't worry too much about it. That's a little more advanced. Now, this is my day so far. I've logged everything up until dinner. So I'll show you how to log dinner. You can see my goal at the top, 2150 for calories. Food is what I've eaten so far, 1440. And what's remaining in the day, 710. So to log dinner, hit add food, that plus icon, and that's gonna come up with this. So if I wanna add a package, this is already portioned out. This is 50 grams, 80 calories. Now to log this in MyFitnessPal, go to the search bar at the top and type in Smart Sweets. So that is gonna come up with a ton of results. When it comes up with a green check mark, that means it's verified. That means all the macros and the calories are correct based on the nutrition label. So I always recommend hitting those. For this, there's no green check mark, so you can add that in there and hit the check mark. But an easier way, instead of typing it in the top, things that have a label, a barcode on it, look to the right of that search bar, you'll see the barcode and it'll pull it up. Point your camera at the barcode, it's gonna search for it. There we go, add one bag. Just like that, it's added in. Isn't that so easy? Once you get that added in, you can add more things. So this is pre-portioned, right? What if you don't have things portioned out? I recommend getting a food scale. That's gonna make your life a lot better. You're gonna be able to get deadly accurate with your calories so you can measure out the food you have. Here I got Brazil nuts. I'm gonna wait for this scale to go. We're good to go. It's zeroed. Now I'm gonna put in about 36 grams of Brazil nuts. So let's go right back to the top. I can search for raw Brazil nuts in the bar, or if I hit cancel there, let's hit the barcode. Since this is a packaged item, it's got a barcode on the back. Point the camera at the barcode. There we go, too easy. Now the portion size usually comes up. In this case, it's 50 grams. I got 36 grams of Brazil nuts here. So what I recommend is always using a standard unit of measurement that's always the same. For me, I use grams. So let's go to 1 gram. And here, 36 measured here. I'm gonna type in 36. Just multiplies the two, 36 by 1.0 grams, 36 grams. Hit that check mark at the top, and there we go. We're deadly accurate with this. We're within a gram. That's how accurate you can get with a food scale. I always recommend using a food scale, but you can't always get things that close, especially if you're eating out. Now, if you're eating out, let's say I always recommend go for something common. Let's say you want a McDonald's burger. So we're gonna type in McDonald's quarter pounder. Quarter pounder, search that. There we go, there are those green check marks that I told you about. Those are verified. So if we wanna click on this, McDonald's quarter pounder, hit the check mark, that adds it in there, it calculates all of that and puts it in so you know exactly what's going on. If you get the standard McDonald's quarter pounder, that's what you're logging in here. Don't start switching it up. If you get different vegetables, that doesn't change the calories that much. It's when you start adding ketchup, then special sauce or mayonnaise, all that stuff starts compounding on top of what you've already input here. So you can easily add another 200, 300 calories to your McDonald's burger. So I always recommend if you're eating out, try to eat something that's pretty standardized. A lot of restaurants have their calories and everything in here. People have input that for you. So it makes your life a lot easier. If you get the standard item and you don't make any changes to it, or at least no significant changes, then you're gonna be pretty accurate with everything. So a McDonald's quarter pounder, not the healthiest thing for you to eat, but at least in terms of calories, protein, carbs, fat, it's gonna keep you on track. You know what you're eating. Now, if you wanna see what your protein, carbs, and fat are, hit the minus 149 in red at the top. That's just saying I've gone over my day in calories by 149. The macros tab at the top that's already open is what you want for you to change the calories. Now the carbs, fat, and protein, you can see it's set to 183 carbs, 119 fat, 143 grams protein. To change those, simply go to the percentage values in blue and it'll pull up this page here. If you want to change the calories, just hit it and retype calories. That will change your daily goal. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to screw up mine. But if you want to change the carbs, protein, and fat, all you have to do is change these portion. So if I want to change protein, I go from 35 to 45%. Notice the value just went to 242 grams of protein. Let's bring it back. And you'll notice at the bottom right, 100% is in green. As soon as you go changing that, if it's anything but 100%, it goes red. You can't continue. So you have to change these amount based on the percentages. And once you're at 100, then you're able to save it and go back. So that's the best way to change your macros, which are carbs, fat, and protein. So everything gets you pretty accurate in here. If you're logging everything ingredient by ingredient, it can get a little bit tedious. But let's say you have a meal that you want to eat over and over. I have a meal that I logged earlier that's saved as a meal. To save it, the one with Greek yogurt, mango, and blueberries, hit the 3 dots instead of add food. Hit the 3 dots to the side and it pulls up the save meal option. Save that, give it a name. Once you save it, which I've already saved it, you'll be able to access that. So if you want to add a meal that you've already saved before, go to add foods. Instead of searching here for the individual ingredients, go to the meals tab at the top. Now meals, yogurt and fruit, that is what I've logged earlier. So once I hit that, it comes up with all the ingredients. Let's say I'm off. Let's say the Brazil nuts, I put 35 grams on there. Simply just change it to 35 grams and then add that. Let's say I add the meal and I don't change it, change the values. I can change it once it's been added in there. So you can change all of these even after you've logged it. Just click the item, change the value, change the amount, and it just updates everything for you. Now you can see my whole day. Everything's added in there. In the beginning, you have to add ingredients one by one, but once you get them all added, over time, your commonly used ingredients start going to the top of the list and it makes it easier and easier and easier. So like any software, it sucks to use it in the beginning, but it makes your life so much easier, so much better over time. And this is the best way to do it. Download MyFitnessPal, get it all set up and start tracking what you're eating. If you want to make progress week after week, this allows you to get it deadly accurate and you will progress week after week. So get going, set it up, and start tracking.